Today, we'll test and review this Shark IQ robot vacuum cleaner with self-emptying base and home Wi-Fi mapping. Boy, that's a mouthful. I hope it lives up to the hype. Welcome back to Dave's post-apocalyptic world. Today we are checking out this robot vacuum cleaner. I've never had one before and pretty much stayed away from them because they seem tiny and look like they need to be emptied all the time. More like a toy rather than an appliance. And then the self-emptying feature came out. So this little guy supposedly is supposed to be able to go out, vacuum dirt and debris, come back to its base, empty itself into the bigger dustbin, and then keep doing that back and forth forever until the bin is full, and then I guess you have to empty it. So this kind of sounds too good to be true. Most of these models with the self-emptying feature still cost about $1,000 until now. This popular model costs about half as much as its Roomba counterpart, has great reviews on Amazon, but it's currently out of stock on Amazon right now. I do have a link below in case you want to check to see if they're back in stock. I guess maybe people prefer robots because of social distancing to help clean their house. I don't know. Now, I've never had a maid or a cleaning person. In fact, I'm not very clean at all, but that's okay because I live in a giant abandoned schoolhouse building and I just like to work on my experiments. But if you're telling me that this little robot can vacuum my floors while I'm away or at work and I don't have to worry about it until this large bin is full, then I'm sold. So let's see what we got.
Let's get cleaning.
What? So what do you think? That was awesome. So I'm a practical guy and I'm going to give you a practical review. My two main criteria for success are ease of use and robustness. There is a quick start pamphlet, but I'll give you the breakdown right now. Just plug it in, turn it on, and press clean. That was it. I didn't want to have to program my floor plan or somehow specify what areas I needed cleaning, and that was not necessary for the first go. Of course, down the road, you can specify certain rooms or zones on your phone that you need cleaning, but for the first time, you don't need to do all that. It just goes and cleans. The second most important thing for me was robustness in what the vacuum robot promises. How good is it at vacuuming and returning home and emptying itself and recharging its battery? Also, let's say you're cleaning somewhere, but you want to pick it up, put it somewhere else. Will it continue to clean and then still find its way home? The answer is a big yes, because on my very first cleaning, I randomly picked it up, put it somewhere else to clean, and it kept cleaning. So it was cleaning for about 25 minutes, and by that time, the batteries and the memory in my cameras were running low. So instead of waiting for the robot to run out of batteries, I went to the app and pressed returned to dock, and it found its way home. Now remember, at one point I had picked it up and put it somewhere it's never been before, and it still found its way home. I find that really impressive. You see, I don't want to have to spend more time figuring out the robot than it would take me to vacuum the floor myself. That's what I mean by robustness. Like I said, I'm a practical guy, and this thing's supposed to be working for me, not the other way around. Let's talk about the app real quick. It makes it so that you can remotely ask it to clean or schedule a cleaning for whenever you need it to. It installed quickly and worked the first time, as you saw. Yesterday I left for work in the morning with an empty dustbin. During the day I pressed clean on the app. When I got home, the robot was on its base, so there was no indication that anything had happened. But then I opened the bin and it was about a quarter full of debris and dust. So apparently it had done a sweep, did its job. I think that's awesome. So you might be asking yourself, okay, David, what about quality and longevity? How's it going to run a month or a year from now? Great questions, and here's the answer. Based on the reviews I saw on Amazon, there's no reason to think that this particular vacuum should last any less or more time than any others. The industry really seems to have figured it out. There's a lot of options available, and I just went with the best value with the self-emptying feature. That being said, here's a trick I never normally do, but I actually purchased the warranty extension plan. For an extra $80, it's guaranteed to work 3 more years from today. So as well as it worked today, they're guaranteeing that it'll work as good 3 years from today, or replace or reimburse. What more could you ask for? There's a lot of moving parts. Batteries are recharging and discharging again and again. So who knows what could go wrong? I've got a lot of dirty floor space in this abandoned building, and I expect to get my money's worth. So I'm thrilled with this product, and once it passed all the initial tests, I wanted to see how it could handle some obstacles. So I put things in its way that were like 1/2 inch to 3/4 inch, and it seems to climb those just fine, as you saw. But if an obstacle is too big, then it'll just go around or next to it, or however they figured it out. Is there anything this thing can't do? How about zombies? We were on a roll, so let's see how well it can lure and distract zombies in this post-apocalyptic world. I placed a terracotta warrior statue on top of the robot and set it off to distract our unwanted guests so I could pick them off with my handy-dandy shotgun. Yes, now I'm being silly, but hey, that terracotta warrior weighs 35 pounds, so that's another point for robustness. So there you have it. It was a great experience. I'd love your questions and comments below if you have any. Also, every couple of weeks, I'll be putting out new product videos with or without zombies. So if you like and subscribe below, these videos will come right to you. You don't have to search for them or wonder if they came out or not. And I will see you next time on Dave's Post-Apocalyptic World.